Over the time that I've been in the Pine64 community, I've seen the Pinebook Pro be referred to as a Chromebook alternative quite a lot. As such, I imagine that a lot of people will probably want one to stream content online. So I decided that in today's video, I'm going to try out some content streaming on the Pinebook Pro. Right now, on the Linux Lounge. So for this experiment, I first decided to try some content that doesn't need any DRM, since it's the easiest and most ethical thing to stream online. The first thing I went with is YouTube, and sure enough, YouTube videos play back absolutely fine on the Pinebook Pro and seem to perform reasonably well. I found that I could even play content up to the Pinebook Pro's native resolution of 1080p in the browser itself, although you'll probably want to play the content in MPV since MPV has hardware acceleration and that's going to result in a better experience. Next, I decided to try another DRM-free streaming service which should be popular with all you anime fans out there, Crunchyroll. Believe it or not, Crunchyroll doesn't actually have any particular DRM, so you can even play back anime from the site in MPV or download it with YouTube DL if you want. But it does also play absolutely fine in the browser on the Pinebook Pro. Although I did notice that when watching 1080p video, I would see some buffering unless I switched to full screen mode. But that doesn't really matter because you'll probably want to be in full screen mode anyway, but it's worth pointing out. Next, I decided to try streaming some DRM content. If you want to play DRM content on the Pinebook Pro, you need to install the Chromium Docker package that's available in the Manjaro ARM repository. It's a far less than ideal solution that introduces a lot of problems, but if you want a guide on how to do it, then I'll leave a link to one in the description. The first streaming service I decided to try that requires DRM is Apple TV+. I decided to try it since I recently got 3 months free, and I was surprised to see that it just doesn't work on the Pinebook Pro. It seems to have some sort of requirement of Chrome or Safari. Now, it's possible I could have spoofed my browser agent to get it to work, but as far as this experiment is concerned, I don't think there's a way to watch Apple TV Plus on the Pinebook Pro. Next, I decided to try some music streaming with Spotify, and for whatever reason, it was really broken. Songs would start to play, but then would immediately skip to the next song, and I was never really able to get Spotify to play a song the whole way through. And to be honest, I'm really not sure why. However, if you have Spotify Premium and want to listen to Spotify on your Pinebook Pro, then there is a third-party FOSS desktop program called Spot that you can use. And I find that it works really well, and I've used it to listen to Spotify on my Pinebook Pro for quite a long time now. Finally, I decided to try the streaming service that you probably all clicked on this video for, Netflix. And I'm pleased to say that Netflix actually works perfectly on the Pinebook Pro. Video plays back absolutely fine, and you could absolutely watch whatever you want on Netflix with the Pinebook Pro. My only complaint is that there are sometimes a few dropped frames here and there, but it's definitely nothing that would get in the way of your enjoyment of the content. But with that said, those are all the streaming services that we're going to be trying out on the Pinebook Pro for now. I'm sorry if I missed your favourite one. As you can imagine, I'm limited by what streaming services I actually have access to. But with that said, that's it for today's video. I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.